As the famous saying goes, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Wow, he got dropped.
Andy Ruiz is a fighter who is lucky enough to be blessed with both huge power in his hands and an indomitable spirit when things go bad. When he took on the heavyweight veteran Chris Areola, he was forced to dig deep just to survive. But just because you get caught, it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to lose. And in this fight, if Areola was too confident in his ability to hurt Ruiz for a second time, he was putting himself in a position to be humbled. Remember, if you want to help support the channel, be sure to use your hype feature. Andy Ruiz Jr. will forever be adored in his home of Mexico after becoming the first ever heavyweight champion the country ever produced. But with that title comes increased expectations, and Ruiz would have a target on his back for the rest of his career. And in order to come through his fight with Areola, he would need to dig a lot deeper than he might have expected. His speed and power would be crucial tools, but to win this bout, he would need something else. For this fight, his championship mettle would be tested in a way that most people never saw coming. Andy Ruiz brought excellent combo punching, speed, power, and ferocity to the table.
Whoa, there's right, and down goes Vargas, right on the ear.
That ability to find his opponent's chin had been a constant through his career up to that point. And with some of the fastest hands in the heavyweight division, the aging Areola must have known that he would be at a deficit in that department. The win that truly made his name, however, was the shocking upset victory he caused over Anthony Joshua. It wasn't a single lucky punch either. He had early success and then followed through for a TKO win that literally changed his life.
Joshua with the hard jab, trying to answer, but he's shaking, he's down again. Wow, Joshua.
Despite losing the belt on the scorecards to AJ in the rematch, Ruiz had proven his elite status. Areola would not be an easy fight now, and his devastating ability to break opponents down would clearly be in play. And if Ruiz wasn't careful, he could find himself in real danger.
But again, Areola's really jumping on.
Oh, down goes Augustine.
There was a lot of firepower on both sides coming into this heavyweight clash, and quite a lot up for grabs for the victor.
That will do it.
Yeah.
Would Ruiz suffer the same fate? And would Areola manage to pull off one of the biggest victories of his long fighting career? There was competitive tension in the air when these two giants of the heavyweight division met. On paper, this was a stern test for Ruiz, a fight that may force him to engage in a scrappier affair than usual. Areola was a tough veteran who knew how to make things ugly, and if Ruiz wasn't careful, there was a good chance he would end up losing all of his career's momentum to this challenger. Both men were blessed with big power, and both men knew how to find their opponent's chin. With 12 rounds of boxing on the cards, the fans knew they were bound to get their money's worth with this one. But little did they know just how interesting it would get before all was said and done. The time for preparation was through. Now came the interesting part. One of the main points that most people could pretty easily agree on coming into this fight was that the speed of Ruiz was going to play a crucial role.
What's 3 inches in front of Areola as he tried it, went over the top on Ruiz. Ruiz, on his part, had said that, look, I know I'm not just going to march in. Good right hand by Areola, lands to the belly. Ruiz able to throw a combination. Joshua stepped to him and suddenly boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like a quick combination from Ruiz.
Ruiz has a lot of natural ability, and we'll see it tonight.
Missing those shots, Areola able to get out of trouble early on. Areola?
No, Ruiz.
Ruiz, yeah.
Yeah, Ruiz is, he hasn't been in the ring for a long time, so this is like his first round for a few months.
That's a good point. December 7th, 2019, the last time in the ring, and again, he was terribly out of shape. And even in that fight, Lennox, he was dangerous. Anthony Joshua never stayed in the pocket.
No.
He boxed, he jabbed, he got out of there.
Most trainers would say, well, step it up. This guy hasn't touched you. Try and knock him out. But Anthony Joshua was just trying to get that win.
Wow, hard, fast right hand from Ruiz. You see how quick he is.
Chris can eat it.
And here goes the 1-2 by Ruiz.
It's funny how our view has changed of Ruiz, hasn't it? Look at this combination. After that performance against Joshua at Madison Square Garden, now we expect big things out of Ruiz.
We saw Anthony Joshua use the ring, box, and keep Andy on the outside. So you gotta imagine that that's a.
If this fight had a script, then Areola made a point of totally ripping it up in the second round with a truly huge moment that left the crowd stunned.
By Ruiz. drop.
Oh, he did get
Look at me. 6, 7, 8. I need gloves. You good?
Wow, a stunning development.
Well, the fact that Chris Areola knows he can hurt him now, I would step to him a little bit. I wouldn't be. Oh!
And trade again.
That's him
Out.
again.
Ruiz got caught with a hard shot. Now Areola is pounding right hands on him. Able to move Ruiz back again. Andy Ruiz is going to have to be a little more fluid. Areola looks very strong in this round.
We were going to learn a lot about Ruiz's fighting spirit in this one, because by the looks of things, his legs were not fully back underneath him.
Again, a counter left hook from Areola. Areola drives Ruiz back again, that time with the right hand. They're trading and Areola's getting...
Oh!
Ruiz is hurt again.
Andy's good.
They're letting it fly now.
Counter with his right.
Let's go back, guys. That was some wild exchanges in that round.
Oh, Chris Areola came coming out with a good left hook there.
And when he sees it, he's releasing an unbelievable right hand right now.
And Ruiz is coming in too straight. He needs to be moving his upper body a little bit more.
Agreed.
Ruiz trying there with the jab to the body, able to land, but he's a little more tentative now because when they have both let it fly, Chris Areola has gotten the better of it. Good hook by Ruiz. But in the first fight, remember, he was counterpunching against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, because Anthony Joshua was doing most offense. He was throwing the punches.
I think we all just thought it was going to be on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's not what we expected.
No.
Besides that, yeah. Now he drives Areola back. At any moment, Ruiz can pop you and hurt you. Areola coming in at 228 really showed a lot of preparation and fortitude. There's no question. Giving himself the best possible chance to win this fight. Uppercut there by Ruiz, and able to land with the right hand. Areola landed with his own right hand.
In round 4, though, we started to see Ruiz getting his momentum, fighting his way back into the bout with some real quality.
In the green and purple.
What we got was back to the game plan from the corner of Chris Areola.
And you see in the last fight, Chris Areola throwing 94 punches per round against Adam Kopnatsky. Again, a very different style matchup. Tonight it's way down at 40, but you see power shots are landing from Areola. That right hand was able to chop right down on Andy Ruiz.
Let me tell you, Chris Areola right now is sticking to the game plan. The game plan is to stay on the outside and throw that jab and catch Ruiz coming in.
Right now, I got it even, guys, 28-28. You know, these guys are going back and forth. I think Joe Goosen is telling Areola to just take his time, keep his hands up, and bide his time to try to land that shot. But Andy, I agree with Sean that he has to come in, he could be a little bit more aggressive and let his hands go a little bit more. And I think that you know, he'll be able to pull this out a little bit. Right now, I got him even, guys.
Larry, thank you so much. You saw that left hook landing on the top of the head on Areola. That's a nice sharp right hand as well. That was the hook that landed on the top of Anthony Joshua's head. Tries the exchange, gets out of the way of the hook, comes back and firing with a right hand and a hook. Areola standing his ground as we end.
Areola was still landing, but Ruiz was answering the doubters pretty comprehensively with each passing exchange.
Lighter, 27 pounds lighter than he was in his last fight.
In terms of the way he's jabbing and moving around. And then you also see the game plan of him trying to punch with Andy and being able to catch Andy when he's coming in.
Good body work there by Ruiz, able to land 2 shots, scoring shots. Again, Larry Hazard has it even, so even with a knockdown and a 10-8 round, Larry at the very least, again, he's not scoring the fight officially, but he's got it even. You would think the judges could have the same.
I don't think the judges have the same. We never know what the judges are going to do sometimes, but I think this...
Oh!
Big hook there.
Good defense.
Toughing shot. Yeah, I think he caught most of that, Lennox.
Yeah.
Areola tried to block that, and maybe block it with his glove. But that is a dangerous shot. Good jab to the body from Andy Ruiz. I tell you, Andy Ruiz fights are always an adventure. You are entertained. And Chris Areola is not dead yet. 3-punch combination by Ruiz. Caught him with that hook. Areola.
By round 6, you could see Ruiz's combination work really starting to pay off in a big way. He was now outlanding Areola pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, he's hurt him a couple times.
Wow, fast hands by Ruiz.
But Ruiz is only coming in and he's only throwing one combination and then he's stopping. He's got to throw one combination, then another combination, another combination.
That's a good 3-punch combination right there, Lennox, and then he comes back. But
I think it's a matter of him being second, not being first, and not walking at Chris the way he's been the first half of this fight.
Where it's a subtle change, but allowing Areola to press, throw first, and answer.
Come on, man, we see it right now. And he's stepping around.
Good body shot there. Areola pressing forward, still dangerous.
He's moving forward to get those shots in.
He should be confident.
Yeah.
When they've exchanged, Areola's gotten the better of it. It's just that he could be losing on points now as Ruiz is outlanding him and starting to dictate this pace and punish him back. Good hard jab there as we now start to see a little bit of blood on the bridge of the nose of Chris Areola.
I think I see a little bit of a Canelo overhand right coming from Andy too. You see him dip down just a little bit and then he delivers the overhand right. That right there.
The jab of Ruiz was starting to become a key weapon in this contest, and more, it became clear that Areola was slipping behind.
Number 2. And Andy Ruiz starting to let Areola come to him, has had a bit more success.
I like the jab coming from Andy right now too. He's walking forward, but what's he doing now, Lennox? He's walking forward using the jab. He wasn't doing that in the first few rounds.
No, it wasn't. And, you know, he'll have a lot more success if he doubles that up. Doubles that up and comes with that combination after a double jab.
And the punch differential has been within 4 punches in each of the last 4 rounds.
Chris Areola is no walkover though, and he made sure to continue taking the fight to Ruiz in round 11.
Oh!
Big hook, and he shakes the arm again. Areola's hurt, says, I'm all right, I can continue. But that shoulder's bothering him.
But use that jab and try to find something.
Yeah, that shoulder is hurt. You see the combination, beautiful.
In the final round, Areola was getting desperate, but Ruiz would not give him the opportunity to capitalize on his earlier moment of success.
Coming from Andy Ruiz's punches when he throws them, there's power behind that.
Thumping shots.
Yes.
That's a body shot, right hand, that landed on Areola. He has eaten a lot of those shots. Another body shot from Andy Ruiz.
It was a good fight, and a tougher fight than many Ruiz fans might have expected. But in the end, the sharper and more composed fighter was the one to get his hand raised. It just goes to show that an early knockdown can often be little more than a footnote in an otherwise dominant performance. And Ruiz proved his fighting spirit beyond any doubt here. Sure, he couldn't get the finish, but it was a solid win nonetheless. But what do you think of Mexico's first ever heavyweight champion, Andy Ruiz Jr.? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below.